Whoa, this is cool.
Okay, Alex.
I reclined my chair too far back. Play this game. No, I'm gonna play another
Episode
game.
1.
Is this the one I'm doing?
No!
Do episode 1?
Episode 1, yes. The first turnabout. The game begin. Time to turn off my lights. It's about to get scary. Gasp, gasp. You gotta do some voice acting, Alex. No! I'm this man. Dang it, why me? I thought you skipped it. I can't get caught, not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on.
Oh, I got hit.
You can be Phoenix. You're Phoenix.
Boy, am I nervous.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Awooga.
Hamada.
Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want
The awkward pauses. Why are you leaving
Anyway,
such awkward time?
I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's comedy.
It's over! My life, everything is all over! Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
Nick!
Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence, I ain't afraid to die!
Okay, butts. What? What's wrong with you, Larry?
Oh... Autism!
Oh, autism.
It's all
Read your
over, I'm
mind.
finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her, I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away?
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you.
Dun dun dun!
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story.
Heck yeah, prime real estate much?
My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. That's epic. The guy they arrested was the unlikely sap dating her. I mean, unlucky.
What's wrong with you?
I
You have
don't know.
dyslexia?
Maybe. Oh shit, wait, it's my line. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Yeah?
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true.
He never showers.
He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck.
The ultimate unlucky student.
But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. He's my
He's
bro.
a good person at heart.
That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. I knocked the sword out of
August
a
3rd, 10 a.m.,
figurine.
District Court, Courtroom number 2. Okay, you can be the judge.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Harry Butts.
Yeah?
Yeah, Harry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Every time the camera shakes, I'm gonna yell. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm
Yes, Your Honor.
a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test
Need
will consist
water.
of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
It's me!
Well, I'm the defendant, right? Yeah. The defendant is me, right?
What are you talking about? Alex, what are you
I
talking
know, it's
about?
Larry Butts.
Oh my god, I thought you were insane.
Reader part? Go on.
Oh yeah. This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you?
Oh. Geezer. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Mia
I almost
Fey.
clicked it again. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on.
Wee.
Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it any time, you know?
Whoa, meta!
Remember to check it off and do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Cinder block!
Okay. Oh, Cindy's autopsy file. So it is Cindy. Oh, wait, no, I gotta check. Oh, wait, no, it's Cindy Stone. Okay, yeah.
Stone, not cinder block. The victim is
Mr.
cinder
Wright,
block.
I wish they actually named it Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death? Blunt force trauma. Yeah. She died because she was... Well, based off the cutscene, I think it's... Yeah, blunt trauma, yeah. Okay, I was right.
There you go. You're getting it.
She was struck once by a blunt object. A statue by a guy with a mole on his face.
Yeah. Phoenix doesn't know that, though.
Why does it show us who did it, and
Because
then...
it's for the prologue case, that's it.
Oh, just for the prologue case?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
sorry,
to ease you into it.
Yeah. Just like how the first case in Danganronpa is easy as hell.
Well, yeah.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. He did? Because I don't
think
feel
so.
relaxed, that's for sure. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor. Just the most annoying character in the world.
Oh. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The object in this case was a blunt. Get it? God, just the most annoying voice in the world. The murder weapon was this statue of the sinker.
More like that stinker.
It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Can you
Statue
imagine some
added to the
dude
court record.
Can you imagine some dude in the court just yelling, "No, we don't!"
Right.
No, left.
Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. And please shut up. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1
Truth
button
bullets.
to check the court record frequently.
Truth bullets. I refuse to check it.
You just opened it. A statue of the thinker.
What's that?
No one would
Oh,
believe
no.
I was a defense attorney without this.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief?
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready.
Objection!
No! Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily.
He
This
could end
be
up with a
bad.
boulder. Boulder.
Bono, bono.
Boulder in court. Boulder.
Why does he look so
Ahem.
calm and collected now?
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony!
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me, ever! What's it to you anyway? Mr. Bites, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Cuck. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
It's that guy.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport and a photo of a man with kisses on his face,
With lipstick.
taking her from
On his
behind, no
cheek.
less.
United States of America.
According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Is this in the United States?
It's in Japan, but not in Japan.
Then why does she have a United
localized?
States passport? Oh, localized. Okay, see Alex. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Basically an e-girl. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
She should have sold bathwater. I would have bought some of that.
Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right?
Right?
I don't think you wanted him to answer that question.
Yeah. Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I call big
What do you want?
woman? Well, if I stop him from answering, that might make him seem guilty. So maybe I should wait and see what happens. Or am I just overthinking
It's
this?
whatever you want to do.
But what if he dies? Then we'll have to restart. Well, not dies, like goes to jail.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't know.
Choose. You're Phoenix Wright. You gotta get in the mind.
Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do now? Didn't turn out well from last time. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog.
Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. Here's a photo of you at the crime scene.
I've got a bad feeling about this. This is a photo.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
But maybe I baited this guy out. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawwit to the stand.
It's the murderer.
Mr. Sawwit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawwood, you may proceed with your testimony.
I don't remember what voice I gave him.
Wait. I just want to memorize that time. So 7:31, 4 to 5.
Yep.
Alright. And she was home on 7:30, alright. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Okay. Let me see. What voice can I do?
What do I have to do here?
I'll just hit X. I was going door to door. No, that's the that's the other guy. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
So wait, what's the...
Oh, you just hit X. You just keep on going. He's just telling it. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead.
So do I need to, like, pay attention to this?
He'll repeat it for you.
Okay.
But yeah, you probably should still be paying attention.
Alright, well, I'm looking around.
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
The phone's inside, he lied.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
You said he was too scared to go inside, and then he just said he went to his apartment. What?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Oh, wasn't she died between 4 and 5 p.m.? Bruh.
The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Can I call up the court record and use evidence?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Once he's finished.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Lie like a dog. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Hey, you can. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. This absolute friggin' douchebag.
I was out from noon to 6 p.m., yeah. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Cross? Alright, right, this is it. It's the real deal.
The real deal! What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies! What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right?
I pointed out the lies.
Then that witness
Come
must
on,
have lied in his
Gabe.
testimony, or is your client really guilty?
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. How do I prove that he's not?
You hold the key, it's in the evidence! Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face!
Okay.
Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
I got this. So wait, do I hit R1 when I... Oh, I hit L1 when I know the contradiction?
Well, you can press them on what they say. So hit L1 here and see. Well,
oh, no, I don't see it there. I know where it is.
Well, yeah, but like, press just so you can see what I mean.
Half open, you say?
Yes. Oh, wait, that's not right. Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? Yeah, so you can press them to get more details out of them. Sometimes that's needed before you can present a lie. Or a contradiction.
I think it's strange. I looked inside his apartment. He found himself unable to go inside.
You can get more information out of him on that.
Well, the next one he said he went inside, though.
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Oh! We thought to call the police. But he went in her apartment.
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't right.
Yeah, see? But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh, Dad, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
So clearly I gotta call him out on time. It was 1 p.m. Well, can I present this?
Yeah.
Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe.
Frank saw it.
Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Sweating bullets.
Oh, that! Oh, Did you hear his voice?
Yeah.
Objection!
This is trivial.
Uh-oh.
The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That sounded really passive-aggressive.
Oh, nice.
That's all you have to do.
Right.
Point out contradictions.
'Cause you're
Lies
giving her
always
no
beget more
emotion.
lies.
Beget.
See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony
The judge
again?
is just done with it. The time of discovery.
Okay, I gotta pay close attention to this. Oh wait, he can repeat this, right?
Yeah. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
You heard the time. Oh,
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
but the blackout
Oh,
was
but
from...
wait.
The blackout
it-
started at noon, you little bitch.
Oh, but it was 3 hours
From-
off, wasn't it?
From noon to 6 p.m. Bruh. And there was a blackout while he was there. The TV couldn't have been on.
I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape program. I can't
Okay,
speak,
well, I
I
can't
guess.
call that a noon yet.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Yeah, okay, saw it. Okay, so, I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you might cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I do. I've got this one. Yeah, you heard the time. It was probably coming from the television. Well... No, it wasn't! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Uh-oh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Harming his credibility, my ass. He's clearly guilty. I could be the judge in this situation to see that he's guilty. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. You are a fucking dumbass judge. I swear to God. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Uh-oh. What am I
Hearing
gonna
the
do
time.
now? You heard the time, okay.
Actually,
Well, that's
I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Frank saw it. Get it? He saw it.
Well, if it was... Would I just use the same evidence? Because it was...
Well, you gotta wait. Let's see what he has to say for
waiting.
himself.
I'm just thinking. Well, this one he can get repeated, right?
Yeah, he'll
Oh, yeah,
repeat
'cause it's
everything.
touchdown.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Oh, wait, you dolt. He didn't
That must
use
have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Oh, come on! Gladly. Phoenix Wright sees his prey, and he begins to strike. Actually, you didn't hear the time you saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it. No, he did not. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You with your objections and your evidence! Just what do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Solid.
Hey, I saw it on there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may...
You may not. I was just you may not. Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. Yes, it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Yeah, he was freaking trying to hide that it was a clock.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I don't know, do I?
Do you?
Well, there's a switch on the back. of the neck. No. No, I guess. I mean... Cough once if I'm doing the right thing.
I don't know, what do you think?
Let's have a code going? Well... Okay, we know it's a clock. I didn't see a cord on it, so I assume it's battery powered, so it would still work in a blackout. And he said
But was there any batteries?
It's rather heavy. It doesn't really say anything about that.
Well, I guess press on.
I guess I don't really have any objection with that. I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem.
Right! Are you out of your mind?
Uh-oh.
That clock doesn't look like a clock at all!
It is a clock! What's that thing on the front?
The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony.
Wasn't that on the back? Couldn't you see it in the photo, though?
Nope, it wasn't in the photo.
Oh, well, that's fucking stupid.
It was the murder weapon,
why.
so...
yeah.
And there's no way he would have known it
right.
was a clock, either.
I could tell it was a clock.
Well...
The only
seeing
way he
it at a
could have
glance.
known the weapon with a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yeah, but it's like this game expects you to use real logic.
Well, yeah, it does.
But
It
it's a video
expects you to
game.
use real logic.
But it's
Mostly.
a video game.
Mostly. Sometimes you have to suspend your disbelief.
Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it! Prove I went there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw it, Ah! Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death.
Order! Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
What do you mean? Everything about evidence supporting Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... let's look at this. If this helps. Establishing the shape of the thinker, it's quite heavy.
What would prove that that it did speak?
Well, batteries would. Or you could try sounding it. Yeah, maybe just try sounding it, I guess. Yes, let's stick a metal rod up its penis. Let's sound the clock now. Here in this court.
I'm
Your
gonna
Honor,
perform sounding on myself.
I have the clock. I ask the court to listen very carefully.
Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
No, the clock just said it was 8:25.
Ah.
Uh-oh, someone made an oopsie. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Oh no. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? It's gonna be something like stupid.
Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow.
Maybe you're just running 3 hours slow.
It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
Just reviewing this stuff real quick. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Well, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen because I can't.
Larry transforms.
I can't pop anything up.
Winston Payne. Get it?
That's the person who died.
Get it? Winston Payne?
Yeah, you Winston Payne. Frank saw it. Oh, I get that too.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I don't know if there's anything for that.
Cindy Stone. Kidney stone? She had a kidney infection?
Yeah, that's what they meant by that.
There's nothing I can do about it now. Well, something's obviously gonna happen. Are we taking recess?
Not so fast, Mr. Sawat.
Oh. Mia.
It's Mia.
Mia. I mean, Chief.
Listen up, Wright.
Listen up, right? No, listen downward.
Don't throw this one away, not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over.
I can't, Chief.
I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow?
Because of the blackout, right?
Figure out the reason, you'll have your proof. It doesn't connect to the power. Right?
Yeah.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Oh wait, okay, it doesn't run on the batteries.
No, it does run on batteries, but it doesn't...
Okay, well yeah, it runs on batteries. Maybe when he hit her, the batteries fell out? No, wait, because that wouldn't mean... No, because, so wait, the cause of death was around 4-ish, we know that.
Yeah.
Because the clock displayed 1 p.m. And you're certain that it doesn't run on power, because that seems like that would...
It doesn't run on power, no.
Okay. Dang it, well what do I have that... The time of death was at 4 p.m. The cause of death was the blunt trauma. Statue in the shape of thinkers, rather. I don't know, I need a Coley hint.
Think about what would set time back.
Well, the batteries falling out would set time back. Well, not set it back. Oh, maybe... moving it?
No.
No.
Think about it. Read through all your evidence again.
All this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, time of death is 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. The cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. Oh, I know what blood got into the batteries! Okay, a statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. That's probably something important, based on how heavy it is, maybe. Oh, that shows that it's a murder weapon, pretty much. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Oh, shoot, wait, did you have it set to Paris time or something? No. No, wait. I have a feeling I'm just immensely overthinking this. I can hear you laughing.
Do you think you're overthinking it?
See, that makes me think I'm overthinking it. Where she arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Is Paris behind us in time? Yeah, they are, right?
I believe so.
Sure, I'll try that. Yes, I do. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see, pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Well, we haven't used this yet, too, so... Sure. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Okay, yeah, I actually thought it was ahead. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? I knew he was gonna say something like that.
He just foamed
Man.
at the mouth and died.
Order! Order, I say! See, I did it. I'm a big smart boy.
That's right. You got it.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
So wait, the judge who ruled him arrested didn't know that he was arrested? Come on, kid. Like, seriously, man. Clearly, the judge school he went to is a clown college. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Why, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm just lucky that the true culprit always shows up as a witness of some kind.
Yeah. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
Guilty. Put him to
not
death.
guilty. Hang him, hang him. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check out when people were out of the house. Oh, to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and struck her dead. Headshot.
Struck her down with it. Yeah. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Ooh, I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. I mean, it was kind of mediocre. Congratulations.
Yeah, I only messed up twice.
This is a tutorial case. Don't get too full of yourself.
I owe it all to you. No, I'm saying I did bad. I messed up twice.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. You basically told me all.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial on end on such a satisfying note.
Skip the wood.
Yeah.
I've never seen the chief looking this happy. And this hot. Oh my god, Phoenix Wright is horny. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Wow, that was Larry. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. She was a whore, dude! Oh.
Congratulations, Harry. Harry?
I knew they were gonna do that.
Yeah, I was just waiting. Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh. Blue ball.
Feels bad, man.
Blue ball. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Phoenix Wright gay? New game theory?
Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
As a mento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Sob.
Okay, good. Larry.
Ugh. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you. What? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Although I do feel bad for you. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend?
Uh-oh.
Something that proves how she felt about him?
The clock, because she kept it? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The clock, because she kept it, right?
You're right.
Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry.
He never realized it the whole time. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. At first, I thought you were gonna bomb. Really, I am.
At
Thanks.
first, I thought I was gonna end up on the news.
I thought they were gonna hang me. Lethal injection. Take me out to pasture.
They're in bed together.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent.
Don't they tell you?
All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself.
I don't.
Right.
I'm not confident enough
Listen,
to be this.
learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
Oh my god. Fuck already. Enough with the.
Well,
enough
I think
with
our
the
work here is
30-year-old
done.
white
Shall we be
moms.
off? Milk!
9! Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, how about dinner? On me?
Oh.
She couldn't go for dinner with Larry, but this is okay.
Yeah.
We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? She's trying to get you drunk or roofie you. Either way, it's not going... I mean, it's pretty good for Phoenix. He wouldn't get any either way.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. Don't you edit that. I swear to God." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me.
Dang it, man. Broke again.
I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Larry dies. Larry gets murdered in the next case.
The end.